Hello, people. How are you? I'm glad you are here. Today we will talk about.
Hello, I'm glad to be here too. What will we be discussing?
Yes, today we will talk about You Must Be Mine.
Yes, it's 8C, you must be mine, focusing on possessive pronouns, adverbs of manner, and sentence rhythm. What's the first step?
Number 1, reading. You are going to read and listen to a short story first. Look at the picture and answer the questions. This is the picture. What do the people look like? It's a couple. They are wearing, the man is wearing a suit and the woman is wearing a white blouse with a skirt.
That's a good description.
They are in the out of the house at the door. And in what century do you think the story takes place? I think the story is in the last century. Read and listen to part 1, then answer the questions. We're going to listen and read the same time. Let's go.
Part 1,
I've found where she lives.
said the detective quietly.
Here is the address.
Hartley took the piece of paper. On it were the words, Vivien Arlington, number 341, East 49th Street.
She moved there a week ago,
said the detective.
I can follow her if you want. It will only cost you $7 a day and expenses.
No, thank you.
Interrupted Hartley.
I only wanted the address. How much is it?
1 day's work,
Said the detective.
$10.
Hartley paid the man. Then he left the office and took a tram to Broadway. After walking a short distance, he arrived at the building that he was looking for. Hartley rang the bell. The door opened. He went in and began to climb the stairs. On the 4th floor, he saw her standing in an open door. Vivien was about 21. Her hair was red gold and her eyes were sea blue. She was wearing a white top and a dark skirt.
Vivien,
Said Hartley.
you didn't answer my last letter. It took me a week to find your new address. Why didn't you answer me? You knew I was waiting to see you and hear from you.
The question is, what did the detective give Hartley? What did he offer to do? What do you think about the question 1?
According to part 1, the detective gave Hartley a piece of paper with Vivien Arlington's address. He also offered to follow her for $7.
Yes. What did Hartley do when he got the address?
According to part 1, Hartley took the piece of paper when he got the address.
And he left the detective's office and went to find Vivien.
That seems like a reasonable consequence for Hartley's actions, especially given the context of the story so far. The text says he took the piece of paper with Vivien's address.
Yes. What did Vivien look like? The text said that she looked about 21 and her hair was red gold and her eyes are blue. Why was Hartley angry with her? Because she hasn't answered his letters. Why do you think she didn't answer his letters?
For question 5, why do you think she didn't answer his letter? Based on the text from part 1, the detective mentioned she moved a week ago, which would be a good reason for her not to have received them.
Yes, I agree. Look at the following words and phrases in the story with the partner. Guess what they mean. For example, what means moved?
Based on the context implied by the detective earlier, moved, line 5, means she changed her place of residence.
Expenses?
Expenses, line 7, refers to the costs or charges involved, like the detective's fee.
Yes. Tram.
A tram, line 12, is like a sleek car, an electric public transport vehicle that runs on rails, often in cities.
In cities. Perfect. Ring the bell.
Rang the bell, line 14, means pressed a doorbell or similar device to attract someone's attention.
Yes. The past of the verb ring. How about climb?
Climb, line 15, means to go up or over something, such as stairs or a ladder.
Read and listen part 2. Then answer the questions with a partner. Let's read and listen to part 2.
4.8.
The girl looked out the window dreamily.
Mr. Hartley,
She said slowly.
I don't know what to say to you. I understand all the advantages of your offer, and sometimes I feel sure that I could be happy with you. But then sometimes I am less sure. I was born a city girl, and I am not sure that I would enjoy living a quiet life in the suburbs.
My dear girl,
Said Hartley.
you will have everything that you want. You can come to the city for the theater, for shopping, and to visit your friends as often as you want. You can trust me, can't you?
I can trust you completely.
She said, smiling at him.
I know you are the kindest of men, and that the girl who you get will be very lucky. I heard all about you when I was at the Montgomerys.
Exclaimed Hartley.
I remember so well the evening I first saw you at the Montgomerys. I will never forget that dinner. Come on, Vivien, promise me. I want you. Nobody else will ever give you such a happy home.
Vivien didn't answer. Suddenly Hartley was suspicious.
Tell me, Vivien,
He asked.
is there someone else?
You shouldn't ask that, Mr. Hartley.
She said.
But I will tell you, there is one other person, but I haven't promised him anything.
Vivien,
Said Hartley, masterfully.
you must be mine.
Vivien looked him in the eye.
Do you think for one moment
She said calmly.
that I could come to your home while Eloise is there?
The first question is, why wasn't Vivien sure about accepting Hartley's offer? Makes sense. About number 2, how did Hartley try to persuade her?
The text doesn't say exactly how Hartley tried to persuade her yet, as it cuts off before that detail. Is there anything else on the page I can help you with?
Actually, he told her she could come to the city wherever she wants. Where did Hartley and Vivien first meet? Where?
Thank you for clarifying. Based on that, we still don't have the information about where they first met in the text provided. Is there another question you'd like to look at?
Actually, the text provided this information. I can see it was at the Montgomerys.
I'm sorry, I couldn't quite hear that. What are you seeing about the Montgomerys?
Yes, I first saw you at the Montgomerys. This is the answer.
You're absolutely right. The text states that Hartley first saw Vivien at the Montgomerys.
Yes. About number 4, what did Hartley think was the reason why Vivien didn't say yes to his offer?
The text doesn't directly state what Hartley thinks Vivien's reason is. It just mentions Vivien's doubts about the suburbs and then Hartley's plea, followed by her silence.
Actually, because she has someone else. You agree?
Based on the text visible here, there's no mention of Vivien having someone else, and the passage cuts off before Hartley's thoughts are revealed.
But he asked for it. Number 6. Who do you think Eloise is? It is difficult to determine who is this person. Could you read for us, please, adverbs of manner?
Sure. The text says, adverbs of manner, We often use adverbs of manner in writing to show how the characters are feeling, behaving, or speaking.
Look at the highlighted adverbs with a partner. Guess what they mean. Dreamily define these adverbs.
Dreamily suggests the character is lost in thought or not paying close attention, while slowly means the action is performed at a deliberate pace.
Could you please explain more about deliberate pace?
A deliberate pace means doing something thoughtfully and not quickly, often with careful consideration, as the character might be speaking thoughtfully when saying, "I don't know what to say."
About completely.
Completely means totally or entirely. In this context, it emphasizes the degree of trust the character is expressing.
Good. How about masterfully and calmly?
Masterfully means done with great skill, and calmly means in a peaceful or controlled way.
Let's go to third part, listening. Listen to part 3 of the story. Answer the question.
Right, Vivien. Eloise must go before I can take you home, but she will go. I have decided.
Then,
said Vivien.
my answer is yes. I will be yours.
She looked into his eyes, and Hartley could hardly believe his luck.
Promise me,
he said.
I promise,
repeated Vivien softly. At the door, he turned and looked at her happily.
I will come for you tomorrow,
he said.
tomorrow.
She repeated with a smile. An hour and 40 minutes later, Hartley stepped off the train when it stopped in the suburbs and walked to his house. As he walked towards the door, a woman ran to him. She had black hair and was wearing a long white dress. They kissed and walked into the house.
The question is, what did Hartley say about Eloise? That she will go. Number 2, what did Vivien promise to do? To do
According to the
Hartley's.
story, Vivien promised that Heloise would go.
Yes, who do you think the lady is the white dress is? It's a difficult question. Listen to part 4 of the story.
4.11.
Part 4,
My mother is here,
the woman said.
but she's leaving in half an hour. She came to have dinner, but there's nothing to eat.
I have something to tell you,
said Hartley. He whispered something in her ear. His wife screamed. Her mother came running into the hall. The woman screamed again, but it was a happy scream, the sound of a woman whose husband loved her.
Oh, Mother!
She cried.
What do you think? Vivien is coming to be our cook. She is the cook that was with the Montgomerys. She's going to be ours. And now, dear,
She told her husband.
you must go to the kitchen and tell Eloise to leave. She has been drunk again all day.
Good. The question is, who was the lady? Hartley's wife. Who was Vivien, the Montgomery's cook? And who was Eloise, Hartley's cook? Did the answer surprise you? Number 4, grammar, possessive pronouns. Look at some extracts from the story. Complete them with my, mine, yours. Can you see the question? I read again. Look at some extracts from the story. Complete them with my, mine, and yours, or your, or yours. The first two are, Vivien, you didn't answer my last letter. About number 2, understand all the advantages of, do you know the answer?
Your is the most likely word to fit.
Your. Perfect. How about the next? Vivien, you must be mine. My answer is yes. I will be
Yours is the correct word there.
yours.
Are there any other?
Good. Let's learn more about possessive pronouns and practice them. Before the exercise, could you please talk about the difference between object pronouns and possessive adjectives in these cases?
Sure. The key difference is how they're used in a sentence. Possessive adjectives like my, your, and her always come before a noun to show possession, like in my pen. Possessive pronouns like mine, yours, and hers replace a noun phrase to avoid repetition, such as in it's mine.
Good. Select the correct form. Whose car is that? It's her or hers. The correct form is hers.
That's right. Hers is correct. Ready to move on to number 1?
Yes. This isn't my or mine.
My is the correct choice there
My
because
pen
it comes
comes before the noun. Yes, pen is the noun. The next one, I think this book is your or yours. What is the correct answer?
The correct form is yours.
Good. This isn't your suitcase. It's ours or our.
The correct form is ours. Ours is a possessive pronoun, which can stand alone, whereas our is a possessive adjective that needs a noun.
Where is Maria? I think these are her or hers gloves.
Her is the correct choice. Gloves is a noun, and possessive adjectives like her come before nouns.
Perfect explanation. These keys are mine or the mine.
The correct form is mine. Mine is a possessive pronoun that replaces a noun to avoid repetition, so these keys are mine is correct.
They showed us all theirs or their vacation.
The correct form is their. We use their because it's a possessive adjective that modifies the noun vacation photographs.
Good. These seats are theirs or their, not ours.
The correct form is theirs. Theirs is a possessive pronoun that can stand alone and clearly indicates possession here.
Is this yours or your bag?
Your is the correct choice here, as it's a possessive adjective that modifies the noun bag.
Bag. This isn't my jacket. It's her or hers.
The correct form is hers. The pronoun hers can stand alone in this sentence, meaning her jacket.
Let's move on to the next exercise. Complete the sentences with a pronoun or possessive adjective. For example, this isn't my coffee, it's yours. Where is mine?
Sure. For question 1, the blank should be his. The full sentence is, no, it's her boyfriend's. His is a white Ford.
Are you sure? Because something asked, is that her car? No, it's her boyfriend's. The answer is referring to her. So I think the correct answer is hers, is a white Ford, because it's referring to her car. Maya has a new boyfriend, but I haven't met him yet.
Him is the correct word.
Look, here's a photo of Alex and Kim with
The correct word is there.
their new baby. We've finished paying for
It
our
should be
house.
there. Go ahead and add the rest of the letters.
So it's there, yes. These are our tickets. Can you give me Maria and Marta? Where's the correct answer?
The correct word is bum.
Let's read again. These are our tickets. Can you give Maria and Marta theirs? I think. I don't agree. I think is a possessive adjective. We are very lucky. Our parents bought this dog for.
The correct word is us. Our parents bought the dog for us.
I agree. Number 7, we both love gardening. Would you like to see garden? New York City is famous for tall buildings. Good. Go to the last part of this class, writing using adverbs. Make adverbs from the following adjectives. For example, angry will be angrily, lazy, lazily. About quiet, quietly, sad, sadly, seriously, slowly. Now listen to some lines from stories. Add an adverb from A after sad to show how the person is speaking. For example, I'm sorry, but I don't love you. He said, what word fit?
A fitting adverb would be sadly, considering the
Sadly.
phrase I'm sorry, but I don't love you.
Yes. The next one, give me back all my letters. She said,
For give me back all my letters, angrily might be a suitable adverb, depending on the context.
good. I think I have an idea. He said, I think is slowly.
Slowly could work there, especially if the person is pausing and thinking as they speak.
Yes. Don't make a noise. Everyone is asleep. She said,
For don't make a noise, everyone is asleep. Quietly would be a good choice.
quietly. Yes. Quietly. I don't feel like doing anything. He said,
Given I don't feel like doing anything, lazily could fit.
lazy.
What do you think?
I agree. This is a very important matter. She said,
Seriously fits well for
Seriously.
this is a very important.
yes, seriously.
That looks great. All of the adverbs seem appropriate for the sentences.
Good. Thank you very much, people, for today. God bless you. See you next class.
You're welcome. It looks like you've got the exercise sorted.